YouTubers, it's Heather here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about my post-op appointment yesterday and just some things that are going on with me. First, I'll give you my stats. This morning I was weighing in at 220, which is a total of 26 pounds down from the day I started my pre-op diet. I came home from the hospital a week ago yesterday and I weighed 236. So I'm down 16 pounds since I got home from the hospital. So I'm really happy with that. Yesterday I went to the doctor for my 1 week post-op. He said everything's looking good. They took the bandages off and just left the steri strips on there. And he said they'll fall off as time goes on. Also, I'm still not allowed to get any water on them. Like, no straight water. I can have my back to the shower head. I can't turn around and have it beating on there. Still just the one incision hurts a little bit, and kind of now that they took the bandage off, I have one that's like right at my bra line, right under my bra line. So when I sit down, my bra kind of leans on it. So that's irritating me a little bit, but I don't think it'll be much longer. At the most a week, because I already noticed now that the bandages are off, the steri strips are kind of peeling a little bit, and they said you can trim them up as it goes. He told me no swimming for 6 weeks, which I sort of expected. Kind of stinks because it's 93 degrees here. So no swimming. We took my son swimming at my in-laws just now, and he only lasted 30 seconds in the pool. He said it was too cold, but I dipped my feet in. That was good enough. Really, it's only like 4.5 weeks now because I'm almost a week and a half out. Well, that's pushing it a little bit. I'm about 9 or 10 days out. Feeling pretty good. As far as energy, I don't know if I've talked about this. I didn't have a lot of energy before. I will be 100% honest with you. I took a nap pretty much every day. My kids would go down for a nap. I would sleep. Sometimes my daughter, who's just turned 5, she wouldn't nap. She'd just play, color, and I'd zonk out on the couch for a little bit. And I always felt guilty about doing that. Not when they were both sleeping, because a mom needs rest too, but, you know, I haven't taken a nap for a week now, and I've been going to bed a little bit earlier, like 11 o'clock, 10:30. But before that, my husband was going to bed at that time, and I would just stay up, like, watching dumb stuff or playing on the computer. So I'm really not missing out on anything, and I haven't been taking the nap. So as far as energy, you know, I don't feel like I don't have any energy because of, like, malnutrition or anything like that. Today, when I woke up, I said I really don't feel like having a chocolate or any type of milk-based protein drink, because that's what I've been having for breakfast. Because besides that, you're eating so little, it's really hard to get your protein in from your food. Like, I could eat high protein food, but when I'm only eating, you know, like 2 ounces of it, there's nothing that could, you know. So you mix in unflavored protein into your food, and that helps out a lot. But this morning I decided I made my bottle of tea. It's Crystal Light peach tea, which is super yummy. And then I put a scoop of unflavored protein powder in it, and it doesn't taste too bad. I mean, it's not as good. What I really miss is like a nice cold, ice cold drink and just going, well, because I feel like even though I'm drinking all day, I just can't quench this thirst. Okay, on to the next thing. This just started bothering me today. I'm hungry. I feel like I'm hungry. I don't know if I'm hungry. I don't know. I feel like I'm hungry. Is it head hunger? I'm not sure. My stomach's not growling. It does feel a little bit different, but it's been feeling different. It's a different stomach. I mean, it's the same stomach. It's just different now. But just sitting downstairs with my husband, you know, the commercials come on TV, and I'm like, I want to crunch on something. I want like something crunchy or something that is savory or something that I can taste. Yesterday and today I did something. I am on a liquid diet, and ricotta cheese is included. So I've got 2 ounces of ricotta cheese, which I don't know if you know how much 2 ounces is. It's a very small amount. And I literally got a jar of ragu, which I think the reason ragu is not on the diet is because it's very high in sugar, is my guess, or maybe from the acid, or I'm not really sure. But I've been eating with a baby spoon. I stuck the baby spoon in the ragu, I took it out, and then I mixed the ricotta cheese, so it barely put any in there. And then a little bit of garlic, and mixed it and put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds. Delicious. Quenched that need for hunger at that time. I mean, it quenched the need for like real tasting food, because like I said before, to me the Greek yogurt is so bland. You know, when I'm eating a meal, I'm supposed to have 3 meals a day. Really, pudding or Jello or a popsicle as a meal? No. They taste good, yes, but I almost feel like I'm cheating. Like, I feel like if I'm going to eat something, it should be something of nutritional value. So I tried that, and it definitely helps. I also had some broth from a southwestern vegetable soup that my husband bought. It's like Campbell's Healthy Choice. It's not Healthy Choice brand. It's Campbell's, but whatever, their white label. And it was called Southwestern Vegetable. And I poured just the juice. And I made it in a pan because for some reason microwaving the soup just isn't the same for me. So I made it all up in a pan, and then I did freeze it. I've been reading on VST, virtual, why do I keep saying virtual? Vertical Sleeve Talk website. A good way to freeze is to use a muffin tin and to put the muffin papers in there and then pour about, 2, 3, 4, depending on what stage you're in, ounces of food or liquid in there. So I did that with the rest of the soup, and once it freezes in there, you take it out of the freezer and you take it out of the paper. You do have to let it sit for just like a minute so it's not sticking to the edges, but pull it out, put it in a freezer bag, put it in the freezer. And that tasted good too. It's something a little bit spicy, flavor. I just need flavor. I'm looking forward to next week when I can have puree diet. I've been looking up recipes. I have my shopping list together. I'm ready. There's this one chicken, buffalo chicken. It's a can of chicken. I don't know the exact, I think I do know the exact measurements. I don't know the amount of chicken though. Let me look on this real quick. Anyways, it's a can of chicken. Try to find out how much chicken it was. Like what size can. A can of like canned chicken. I'm sure you drain it first. 2 teaspoons, I believe. Maybe it's tablespoons. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to find it, I promise. I should have my stuff together before I did this video. Here we go. A can of chicken. It doesn't say what size because I know there's smaller ones and bigger ones. 1 teaspoon of blue cheese crumbles. 2 teaspoons of ranch. I did buy some ranch yesterday, of course, because you don't want to have a lot of fat and carbs and all that stuff. You probably want to go for the lower fat ranch because the blue cheese too, so the blue cheese crumbles, not blue cheese dressing. And since the blue cheese is cheese, I would assume that you want to go for the low fat ranch. And then a teaspoon of buffalo sauce, some salt and pepper, and you puree it all together until it's smooth. And I'm assuming it's going to be like tasty puree, but once you warm it up a little bit, I'm sure it tastes delicious. And the first thing I thought when I read it was that would taste really good smothered on some sort of a cracker, which I'm not allowed to have. So I'm just going to have to do with what I can. I'm looking forward to eating scrambled eggs. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. If you are a member of the Vertical Sleeve Talk board, there is a recipe board, and I found a bunch. And Mexican is my thing, or spicy. So I found one for like a chicken burrito type thing, one for pinto beans, one for Mexican pinto beans. And I just can't wait to try it. I'm going to get everything together and make some freezer meals so whenever I'm hungry I can just pop it in and have it ready. Besides that, and like I said, I am struggling a little bit today with the hunger after I leave. I've been eating breakfast as soon as I wake up. And this morning I had a half of a sugar-free pudding. And I mixed milk in it, fat-free milk. And I mixed it. So it was almost like the consistency of maybe applesauce, a little bit thinner than applesauce. And for lunch, which I had lunch at 11 o'clock, which was my downfall, I had the ricotta thing I was talking about earlier, and that was only 2 ounces of that. So it was about 2 ounces of each, and that's all I've had to eat today, 4 ounces, and then I'm drinking this. I got it down this far, and then I filled it up. So I've had about 20 ounces of water, which isn't enough on a hot day, but I'm drinking. I feel like one thing is I'm very safe with everything. Like that dip in the spoon in the ragu, that was like, ooh. But like even my sips, I'm like, I take the smallest sips, but I have found with my calcium, liquid calcium, I have to take a teaspoon 3 times a day. And at first I was like barely sipping, and it was horrible tasting to me. And it took forever. I did find out that I can just shoot that 1 tablespoon and it goes right down. It's a teaspoon, not a tablespoon, so it's a little bit smaller, but I feel like maybe I'm being a little bit cautious on everything. Like, I think my bites are super small, my sips are super small, and I think I could probably push it a little bit further, but I'm not going to right now because it's working for me. I feel like it's better to underdo it than overdo it. And I haven't gotten sick just when I first got home, and I think it was mainly from coughing and some of the, residual blood and stuff in my throat. But overall, I'm feeling good. I have lots of energy. It's hot out, so that puts a little bit of hindrance on things that you want to do. But besides that, everything's going good. I guess I could show you my belly. One thing about my one huge incision is it's like got a divot in it. It's so weird looking. It almost looks like another belly button. I meant to ask my doctor about it yesterday, and I forgot. So I'm going to see him in a couple weeks. Anyway, I'll ask him then. I'm just assuming because it was cut, and hopefully once I lose a little bit more weight, it'll go in and you won't be able to see through a shirt or a bathing suit that I have. I'm going to clear this way. You can see some things in my daughter's room. Here we go. So here's me. Oh, that hurt a little bit. I wish you could see better because it's hard to see. But this is the main one. You can kind of see a divot right there. This is the main one that's got a lot of bruises. The rest of them are really hard to see. This one, the serrage strip came off. You can't even see it. There's one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that 7th one that already came off. Still got some glue from the bandages. But you can kind of see where it's so weird it indents. Besides this one right here, which looks like a second belly button. Look, it literally looks like a second belly button because this is my belly button. But that one's bruised up pretty good. The rest of them look good. Today I put on these pants, and I could get them on before I had surgery, but they were really tight. Now they fit. So I'm pretty happy about that. And this video is getting to be super long. I don't really know what else to talk about, so I guess I'm going to end it. I feel like I wanted to say something else, but I don't know. Oh, yesterday at the doctor. So we talked about swimming. I'm not allowed to swim. I asked him about the gym because I remember before him saying something like 6 months. But he's really, my doctor is super cautious. Even in the hospital, the nurses were like, I was on a heart monitor. I was getting my blood pressure checked. Like, I have bruises on my arm, like crazy, and I have perfect blood pressure. I have low blood pressure. One time it actually dropped out in the hospital. But anyways, he's very cautious. And I actually asked him yesterday, I was like, I'm feeling good. He said 100%. And I said, I'd say besides getting up and down, the pain in the one incision, and, just overall not being able to eat and kind of feeling a little bit weird about that, yeah, I'm 100%. So he said I could start doing, like treadmill, running on the treadmill, and elliptical next week. So that might be the plan. Kind of wanted to get down to a certain weight before I went back to the gym because I had previously lost weight last summer, and I don't want to go back to the gym like so much heavier than, but I'm not too far from where I was, so I plan on doing that. So next week I can start exercising, and hopefully that's when the weight will just really fall off. I haven't had anyone notice yet, but I haven't seen anybody that I hadn't seen in a while, so we'll see how it goes. But 26 pounds makes me happy. Even though sometimes I'm thinking to myself, we should just wake up and be skinny after the surgery, right? I mean, all the months preparing for it, all the doctor's visits, the pain of the surgery and all that. Shouldn't we just wake up skinny? It shouldn't be like a plastic surgery where like you wake up, you had a facelift and you went to sleep and you looked 60 and you woke up and you looked 40. Why can't they do that? Somebody needs to work on that, okay? But I'm really happy. If you would have asked me a week ago, I'd have said, no, don't do it. Now I'm going to tell you, it's not easy. It's definitely work, and you definitely don't feel good for a while. And some people say 3 or 4 weeks before they feel 100%. So I feel very blessed. But I'm going to give it the thumbs up. If you feel like, this is your only choice, then go for it. It'll change your life. I'm waiting for it to change mine. So I'll talk to you guys all later. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave me a message. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.